The Sex Offenders Registry is sustained by the Ministry of National Security through the Department of Correctional Services, DCS, in which all the information in the registry and register is confidential and inaccessible to the general public. However, recent events have led to renewed calls for the registry to be made public. Here's Trishagaye with more.
Many citizens took to social media platforms to air their frustrations at what they describe as suppression of the publicizing of the Sex Offenders Registry in Jamaica. The outrage comes after the police stated that they have a convicted sex offender in custody following the discovery of skeletal remains presumed to be that of missing teacher Daniel Anglin. On Tuesday, during CVM News at Noon's discussion segment, policy analyst Dr. Nadine Spence and Eve for Life co-founder Joy Crawford confronted the issue. Crawford, although familiar with the reasons for the confidentiality of the registry, disapproves. She recommends a conversation with stakeholders.
It bothers me because everything that is on the JCF site around this, I have never seen it action. I've heard all the reasons why it should not be public. I don't agree with those reasons. I can understand where they're coming from. One of the things that I find troubling, though, is we've never been able to have public discourse around this. What I would like, for example, as an organization that works closely with victims who have been raped and abducted and raped and trafficked, can someone have a conversation with the key stakeholders? So at least we can hear what we have to say, hear what they have to say, so we can translate this to women in our country.
Additionally, Dr. Spence suggests publicizing the registry will be an indicator of the type of nation Jamaica is.
We have to think about, in situations like this, what is our intention and what the registry is intended to do as a nation, and to ask ourselves, is that what we want? Because the registry is something that is supposed to protect the vulnerable and protect those who are likely to become victims of offenders of sexual crimes. And if we feel that is something that as a nation we want to have in our tool of arsenals to protect those who are most vulnerable to sexual assault, then this is something that we certainly should pursue. What is the harm? What is the harm to it?
Information found on the Department of Correctional Services website under the Sex Offenders Registry indicate that offenders are kept on the register and monitored for at least 10 years before they are eligible for termination of the registration and reporting requirements. Trishagaye, CVM News.